Australian rules football? In the U.S.? That's right. The United States Australian Football League is in a city near you. Go to USAFL.com, find your team, check them out. We're a group full of men and women just like you. Join us for the fun athletic competition. Stay for the camaraderie.
We are the champions!
Log on and sign up to join your team at USAFL.com.
And welcome to Surf Cup Sports Park in San Diego for this match in Women's Division 2 between the Portland Sockeyes Philadelphia Hawks combination versus the Columbus Jillaroos, North Star Blue Hawks and Chicago. For today's matches, the Columbus team are wearing the North Star Blue Hawks jumpers of blue and yellow, which of course were designed by media manager of the USAFL in Brian Barish. Peter Holden with you on commentary alongside Troy Thompson, and we are officially underway to start this match. Troy from World Footy News to lead you off.
Thank you very much, and out of the middle straight away it's Portland, kicking down to the forward line. Scramble ball down there, picking up on the outside was Conley for her shot off to the left and out of bounds on the full. A bit of discussion as to whether it's on the full or whether it bounced inside the line. In the end, it looks like it'll be the Columbus Jillaroos to bring it in. Kick up there to the arc, off hands. Little chip back there inside by Arundel. Ball again over the line and out of bounds. This time will be a throw in.
And looking for it there was Parrington, of course, who's originally from Melbourne University and the Port Melbourne Colts, was vice captain of the Australian ice hockey women's team. As the ball is back into play, Shearer doing the ruck work there, stolen straight out of the pack. Don't argue, a quick step on goal, oh dear, was by Petrie, but her teammate on the line went to take the mark and it accidentally went through her hands, and that will register as a minor score. Portland, one behind the Columbus team, wearing the North Star Blue Hawks jumpers, yet to score.
So I believe we're playing 14 aside here today. A few injuries, just reducing the numbers available. So both sides playing 14 aside. Columbus bringing the ball into the arc again. Looking there for Shearer. She couldn't get it though. Taken out the back and sent back in forward. That was Arundel. Arundel back with the ball again. Off hands and over the line and out of bounce. No, not spotted by the boundary umpires to play on. Ball at half forward to Portland. Out there outside the arc looking to get it off for Portland. Unable to get the hands off. Now inside the 50. Big show here for Portland. Running in with Serpico, and she's kicked the goal. Taking them on to 1-1-7. The Portland Sockeyes versus the Columbus Jillaroos, no score.
2.5 minutes gone in this first half here on Surf Cup Sports Park, San Diego, for the 2017 USAFL Nationals. As we come to this is game 3 for the Portland Sockeyes. They won quite comfortably in their first 2 games by margins of around 9 goals. So they've certainly been the dominant team of this division, and they're looking to continue that up against the Columbus team. As we said, wearing the North Star Blue Hawks jumpers for this match. Ball back in the middle. Umpire just clearing the way, making sure everything's okay, and throws it up in the air to get us going again. Shearer wins out the tap. Stolen out of the pack though. Hurried little kick away was by Arundel. Try to move the football forward. Columbus wanted to try and come off half-back. I thought they was dropping the ball against Smuda. Umpire called play onto the advantage. Williams goes the hand pass over the top. Parrington puts on the dancing shoes, gets on the right boot, elected to square it up instead of going for goal. One step around the back. Blecker with a shot on goal, and right into the umpire's nether regions.
Wow, that was a real slingshot, wasn't it?
Do you get bonus points for that? Oh, you'll be feeling a bit worse for wear from that one. A goal for Portland. They go to 2-1-13. Columbus yet to score. But great movement of the ball as well from Parrington. Didn't look to blaze away, even though she probably could have from 40 metres out. Looked to her right, saw the vision, saw her teammate in space, and it worked out beautifully.
Yeah, probably wasn't marking her up very well there. And just a player just wandering off again. So I'm not sure if they've quite got the match-up sorted down there.
I think it's probably a little bit uneasy, particularly because it's 14 aside. Now, the umpire's blown the whistle and called everyone in.
We're doing a player count, Peter.
Oh my goodness, we have a player count. For the first time that I've been at USAFL Nationals, we have a player count. So if you have too many on the field, you will essentially have your score stripped. So we will have to find out what's going on. We will keep count till half-time of the score as is, but if we see a player running off, we'll clarify with the officials about what that is. I had a player count, I think it was an umpire back in '98 in a social game. We almost miscounted as well. But this is extraordinary. When was the last time, Troy, that you saw a player count?
I've never seen one live, to be honest. I've seen a couple of YouTube videos highlighting when it's happened, but I've never seen one live.
Now, they're having a bit of a discussion, and they're looking at the Blue Ox. Players are all over the place. Now, I'm not quite sure of the rules on it. I haven't read up on it, but from remembering years ago, I think it used to be a case of if you called for a player count, but the numbers were fine, then it was a free kick in the middle of the ground against you.
Yeah, that's usually the case, and there may even be a 25 or 50
30
metre
penalty, yeah, for the stoppage in play. So they're still having a chat about the numbers. I don't see anyone running. Well, no, I see a Sockeye running off the ground. Serpico is running off. So in that case, I reckon we'll keep an eye on the scoreboard, but I would have a feeling
that score will be wiped.
Yes. The umpire's now running over to the scoreboard. He's having a conversation. And Shearer's also chatting with the umpire. Now, because if she went off as well, then there'd be the question of... No, Serpico looks like both staying on. Confusion reigns supreme here. So we have a stoppage in play. The clock is ticking. And if we see the score wiped, that means it was against Portland. Having a conversation in the middle of the ground now. Again, as you said at the top, Troy, we'd normally be playing 16 aside at the Nationals, but Columbus injury depleted, meaning they had to reduce numbers.
Yeah, I just happened to be over at the tent probably about an hour before the game when the coaches pretty much agreed that they would play 14 aside. So I don't know whether there was any change after that, but that was the discussions at that stage.
They agreed to reduce to 14 aside. Because Columbus had 3 injuries yesterday, as well as they had 3 players who had to pull out late who couldn't come to the Nationals due to various personal circumstances. So, while we talk, players stopping.
Everyone's shaking hands with the coaches and headed back to their benches. I think we're probably going to continue on as is, so that shake of hands and everyone smiling.
So from what it looks like is there's no score swipe, and they're going to just restart play. Almost would you call it, as much for playing women's football, a quote unquote gentleman's agreement of oh look, it's a bit of an unusual circumstance.
There is the free kick paid though,
and it was against North Star for having too many on the ground. Columbus North Star. So it will be a free kick to Portland. So it wasn't Portland with the numbers as much as Serpico ran the match. She must have been just relaying the message of what happened.
Yeah.
So
plus the penalty, the 25-metre penalty there.
So we reset ourselves again. Hurry kick in towards the forward 50. Plenty of players over the ball. One of them was Bowlesley who tried to get it out to Parrington, who stole it. Parrington's kick towards the top of the square was taken away by the North Star Blue Ox, and they now move it, but only as far as the player that was over the top of the ball, maybe ripped off of it. The umpire said it was fair against Lauren Williams. In goes Shearer. Lovely kick by Shearer. Just couldn't quite hit her intended target in Berniarski that she was going for. Hurry kick around the corner for the Blue Star. for the North Star Blue Ox, should I say. Now taking the football back with a long kick is Shepherd. Shepherd goes high. Nearly got Falcon there was Parrington. Ball hit the ground. Good tackle late on. Almost a throw out of the pack. Umpire blows the whistle, says play on, play on. Ball did pop out though. Trying to squeeze the football was Arundale. Got it towards her teammate at the top of the hot spot. 40 metres out from goal. That teammate being Dempsey. She lost control of the football. Going in for a tackle there is McGuinness. McGuinness being the sole player from Chicago. And the umpire blows the whistle and says let's have a ball up.
So top of the 50 in the forward line for the Portland Sockeyes. Shearer wins a tap forward easily. Now towards Smith. She can't get it though. Now picking it up for Portland is Shepherd. Sends it inside 50 into Partington. She dishes off her hands, gets it back again now. Handball out there to Arundale. Kicks off to the left for a behind. Taking them on to 2-2. No, is it?
Yeah,
1-2 or
2-2.
2-2. 2-2-14. Sorry.
No score with 10 minutes remaining in the half as they look further afield. Signal wagon toe. They get on the right boot through several sets of hands. At the back, Blecker turns around, gives the hand pass backwards. One step kick, heading in the Parrington direction, over her head. Garth was lurking nearby, couldn't get onto the football. Parrington still trying to chase it up again. Blecker, well, he got pushed over. Hurry kick around the corner. Was looking for a teammate, I think looking for Krugel up the field, and the ball went over the boundary line. And was it out of bounds on the full? Yes, it was. He's pointing to the spot and says the Blue Ox will have the resulting free kick. Goes short, only for it to be intercepted. So an opportunity again for the Sockeyes. Player calling for it in the middle there is Petrie, if she can find her. Puts it into the dangerous zone, 35 out. Petrie ducked, but she probably should have put her hands up. She heard the footsteps are coming. Ball is in dispute, going in there Phillips. Couldn't quite get the football out. Still on the ground. Williams working in hard. Can't get it out. Pack of half a dozen players around it, including Claire Conley. And the umpire says, let's restart play 35 metres out from goal.
So ball up. Briniarski doesn't win the tap. Jillaroos trying to push it outside their defensive 50. Sockeyes inside was Petrie. Send it into the hot spot. Picking it up there outside the square was Serpico, and she's kicked the goal. Takes them on to 3-3. 21. The Portland Sockeyes to the Columbus Jillaroos. No score at this stage.
I've got it on my scorecard here as 3-2-20. So we might just check with the goal umpires there at the halftime break. But 3-2-20.
Yeah, they may have put it the wrong way on the board.
The scoreboard. Yeah, I think they have. I think I saw yesterday at halftime score which said 5-5-34, and I'm like, that doesn't quite work out. When you've got a odd numbers behind, you can't have an even number score. As the umpire with the ball in the middle of the ground throws it up in the air. Shearer wins the ruck tap. The Sockeyes try to charge their way through the middle. It ain't coming out, and the umpire says, let's call for a ball up, and that's what we'll do. We'll go again one more time. Ball is thrown up in the air. Shearer wins the tap down. Oh, great pick up here for the Blue Ox, and just going straight down the middle of the guts there is Amy McGuinness from Chicago, but taking it back there, though, was McGill, who went with a hand pass over the top, working it sideways, trying to get McSky. McSky goes out towards the wing position. Mark taken there for the Blue Ox, far side of the ground. Trying to run to spaces, Bronwyn Smith, if they can find her. She's running towards centre half forward, but my feeling is they might try and stick wide, and that's what they do. Through a few sets of hands there, ball hits the ground. Hurried little hand pass out, trying to find Berniarski. She couldn't get onto it. Shearer uses her pace, gets on the right boot. That's a lovely kick. It's a bouncing football. It's still bouncing. It's away to the left. And will register as a minor score. But their first score of this match for the Columbus North Star Blue Ox team, and they move to one behind, trailing 3-2-20.
First forward parry there for them. So bringing in Petrie. Long kick into the top of the arc. No mark taken and rebounded back inside to the hot spot. Petrie there again. Nice ship out the back. Running through there and kicking the goal was Bronwyn Smith. So that's the first goal on the board for the Jillaroos. 1 goal straight, 1 goal 1 versus 3-2-20 for the Portland Sockeyes.
Well, this is actually the first team to kick a goal against the Sockeyes this tournament after the Sockeyes just dominated, I think, 1 behind and 4 behinds respectively they've allowed in their previous 2 games.
Maybe helped just by that open ground with the only 14 aside.
Indeed, open the game up, and they've got some speeches, haven't they, the Columbus North Star Blue Ox Chicago team, as the umpire has the ball back in the middle of the ground, and we'll get underway one more time. The clock counts down to half-time here. Shearer wins the ruck again, punches it forward over the top of the ball, try to get a hand pass out. Umpire said no. Thought there might have been some holding on there from Kelly. Umpire won't pay it. Smith shoveled the hand pass out. Again, Shearer around the corner. Now the foot race on. Charging after it is Blecker. Blecker overran the football. Had support from her teammate there in Oshatz, who gave it back to Blecker, who kicked it only to go to Shearer, who did the damage last time. Shearer now goes to the hand pass. It was a dangerous one and it didn't work out. Wanted to try and chase up and try and tackle the player that she accidentally gave the ball to. Willer now kicks the ball for the Sockeyes towards half forward. Parrington receives the hand pass. Went left, went right. Feigned the hand pass, looks for the 1-2, receives, gets the kick away before being tackled, puts it just to the agency of and a little bit short of her teammate out there in Krugel. Krugel tried to get a hurry kick around the corner, running it out there, La Victoria. She had it, now got it towards her teammate. It just went through her legs, almost got nutmegged, and the umpire says that one's in the back. That'll be a free kick for the Columbus North Star Chicago team. They trail at the moment by 13 points.
So it'll be Smoother with the free kick for the Jillaroos. Just looking for options. She's got Shearer on. Makes the big lead. Almost finds her, but Shearer cleans up and gets a handball on forward and probably get it back here again on the wing. On the bottom of that pack, just flicked it out. Came back to Smith, I think it was. She was tackled. And the free kick will go to the Sockeyes. On the far wing, kick up towards the 50, out wide though. Partington's out there. Handball over the top to no one really. Picking it up there was McGuinness. She kicks it back to the wing for the Jillaroos. Contest out there, tackled by Shearer. Umpire says no prior. I'll ball it up.
At the half-forward flank here for the Sockeyes, leading by 13 points, and they are attacking this 14-a-side game. Tackle laid on, went straight up in the air. Fresh air hand pass, McGuinness was in there, couldn't quite get it out. Working around the pack there is Shipley Snyder, waiting for the ball to come out. A bit of a rugby maul out there on the wing on the outer side. Smoother tried to lay out a tackle, but the Sockeyes break free. It's Parrington again. He unloads on the right boot, goes long and deep inside the forward line. Supergo over around the football. Now here's an opportunity. They go on the left boot. They try and square it up. That's an interesting tap forward. Ambitious, if you'd like to call it. A flying shot on goal is for the Sockeyes through the middle. Put that one down in your score sheet for the 20. I thought it might have been Parrington that got it. And that now sends the Sockeyes across to 4-2-26, controlling the game 1-1-7. They're still trying to beat their highest score of 8-11-59 that they kicked in their first game.
Yeah, we've really seen them in the last 5 minutes start to get those handball chains going, and that's working really well for them. So every chance if they can keep linking up like that, I'll take that record.
So we have got 2.5 minutes remaining in this half, as Shearer now got it going, but going back to try and intercept the football there is Arundale. She did well, but only for it to be intercepted. You praise someone and they turn it over. Commentator's curse. Colony goes in there, can't get it out. Bronwyn Smith tried to charge her way through. Oh, tackle! Shipley Snyder says, you go nowhere! And put her right in her tracks, and we will have a ball up. She tackled her as if she was Heather Serpico. Sorry, Heather. Throws the ball up in the air. Away we go again. Shearer knocks it forward. Then a little grubber kick along the ground. 25 metres out from goal. Can they get a clear possession or earn a free kick from here? That's the big question. Coming over the top there is Helen Phillips. Here's squeezes out the football. Now going across to Petrie, who's got to go for a run. She does. She gets on the right boot. Kicks in the middle of the ground. Parrington's just waiting to receive. If the ball can get to her, has to go in and do her own work. Picks the football up. Immediately is caught by Conley. Ball hits the ground. They're scrapping in for it. Coming over the top, Mariella Victoria. Then gets the hurry kick towards the middle of the ground. Was looking for Shearer. Ball bounced past her. She's got 2 to take on Shearer, and she's beaten out by pure numbers. Arundale now with the football. Now tries to settle it up. Gets it across to Parrington. Goes for the hand pass sideways to McSky. Goes towards centre half forward. Went through several sets of hands. They look to do some teamwork here with a quick hand pass. Going towards the left-hand side. Petrie solves the candy. Wanted to move it backwards to Krugel. Krugel gets it back to Petrie. Petrie now moves it wide to Serpico. The snake expert from 20 metres out from goal. Heather puts it through.
They just forced that forward till they got the result.
5-2, Portland. Columbus 1-1-7, Troy. We've got 40 seconds remaining in the half.
Might be time for another one. They're on a bit of a roll.
When I go back to the history books, I'll be actually eager to learn out of all the women's games played at the Nationals what is actually the official highest score kicked. That's one for the mind of Brian Barish.
I'm sure he'll be quick to tell us when he listens to this. So up in the middle, Shearer, as usual, wins the tap forward. But Portland, able to regroup at half-back, sends it up to Partington. Tackle, but gets the handball off. And the umpire has called time, so that's half-time. So at half-time, the Portland Sockeyes 5-2-32 lead the Columbus Jillaroos 1-1. Just dominating that quarter, the Sockeyes. As I said, really able to get those handball chains going, and really not a lot that the Jillaroos could do to hold back the tide, but probably the standout for them in the ruck is Shearer, and when she went forward, she offered them something as well.
Indeed she did. She was very, very good for them, and then Bronwyn Smith managed to get a goal, and it looked like it was going to give them some hope. Also playing okay for them, McGuinness has got a little bit of the football. We saw that great tackle by Shipley Snyder. She did well, but the problem is there's just too many winners on the other side for the Portland Sockeyes. We talk about players like the number 7 there in Petrie. She's doing well. She's working sideways. We see Parrington working around the half-forward flank, driving it in for them. Serpico got her goal. McSky just moving the football. Arundale as well. You can just rattle off the names for the Sockeyes. It's just generally, they're not, as much as Parrington's been doing sensational, they're not relying upon the one player. There's so many contributing.
No, that's right, and as I said, it gives them just so many options to link up when they all want to be involved.
We'll take this opportunity to take a break here at half-time. You're watching the 2017 USAFL Nationals.
We're about to learn how to teach our kids / teach ourselves how to kick a footy.
Okay, tips to kick the footy. Number 1, nose over toes, which means just going to be over the football. You don't want to be looking up to where you're kicking, you want to be over the footy. Laces to where we're kicking it. We're going to drop it and we're going to point our toe.
Nose to toes, and then we're dropping and not throwing up.
Good, perfect. We can go home.
I love that summer feeling. I don't want it ever leaving. Breathing in the sky that's so clear. I could spend my whole life right here. I love that summer feeling. Now I'm here, I'm never leaving. Everything is possible right here. I love that summer feeling. Now I'm here, I'm never leaving. Everything is possible right here. I love that let go feeling. I feel my hands up on the ceiling. I think I'll spend tomorrow feeling. Now I'm here, I'm never leaving. Everything is possible right here. I love that summer feeling. Now I'm here, I'm never
Happiness is calling at sandiego.org.
My first game, I stood there and I was just like, I don't know what's happening, but I'm just gonna run. I just kept going and I kept going to practice, I kept going to the games, and eventually it just clicked. And I was just like, oh, I get it now, like this is fun.
Aussie rules, is also known as footy, is the equivalent of like the NFL here, and so in Australia they call it AFL.
So in Australia it's still a huge sport, especially for the women. It's getting even bigger.
It's empowering for women, young women.
It's really great to just be able to run around and just have so much fun with a bunch of people that love the same sport that you do.
It just gives me this energy that I just can't describe, and it just brings me like so much joy.
It's a great physical outlet, but also the people that we play with are just so amazing.
These are the girls that if you want to dress up and go out, they'll be there for you. If you want to be in your sweatpants all day and eat chocolate and watch Netflix, they're also there for you.
I think that this sport has something for everyone.
I just feel like anyone and everyone should try it, give it a go, and just see if they like it.
If you're watching this video, it's not by accident. This is for you.
And welcome back to Surf Cup Sports Park in San Diego. Peter Holden and Troy Thompson with you on commentary. Mark Gonzalez on camera, bringing you this Women's Division 2 match. It is between the Portland Sockeyes teaming up with the Philadelphia Hawks and the Columbus Jillaroos. We're in the North Star Blue Ox jumper today because they're teaming up with North Star and a player from Chicago. Just to explain for those that may have just joined the Vision for the first time and wondering what I'm talking about with all these teams joining together, in the USAFL Women's Division 1 is made up of teams that are standalone. There's 8 teams that essentially the club provides all the players, the full squad of 21, 22, whatever that might be. Where in Division 2, it's combined. It's a case of some clubs, like San Francisco, have an overflow of players, so they send their overflow to Division 2, and they end up joining up with teams that haven't quite got the full typical squad of 21 and 22, and that allows a combination of teams. They keep changing each year to try and give everyone a fair go, and they put that combination together and they run around. Essentially, the title is given to the team, I guess, with the most players that happen to be from that particular side, such as if LA were to win it, they had 9, so they were supplying most of the roster. But it's a case of they call it as a joint trophy. And it allows, of course, women who don't have a full squad to still get a true game of, we normally say 18-a-side football, that we're playing 16-a-side this tournament. In this particular game, we're playing 14-a-side due to some significant injuries to the Columbus Jillaroos North Star team. As we said, Peter Holden from girlsplayfooty.com with you in commentary. Don't forget you can check out our podcast by going to Apple Podcasts and SoundCloud and searching for Girls Play Footy. We put out a podcast every week. Joining me today on commentary is Troy Thompson from worldfootynews.com, which has all of those footy news, men's and women's, happening right around the world by just going to worldfootynews.com or just searching on Twitter for World Footy. Now, Troy, you went out there and had a bit of a chat to the umpires because we had a bit of a confusing situation in the first half.
Yeah, so it turns out one of the players from the Columbus Jillaroos thought that there was one too many on the Sockeyes team. And so there was a player count called. There was found to be no extra players on the field. So it was an unsuccessful player count. The umpire thought that probably there should be a report for time wasting made. So that was where the consultation was. They discussed what they wanted to do, and I think both teams agreed that we'll just move on.
Yeah, I think they said it's fair because they agreed to move from, as you said, the coaches moved from 16 down to 14, so there may have been some confusion. So they've elected to say, well, look, no real harm done. And to be honest, the way that Portland has been performing, they are favourites to storm away with the Division 2 title. So it's not like it's two teams fighting it out for the win will take the title and everyone's trying to get whatever little tiny edge that they can get. It was just a case of, I guess, a genuine honest mistake in a game where essentially Columbus are just happy to have another game while Portland are just marching towards that title.
Certainly sometimes it seems like they've got an extra player out there.
Just how well they perform. They've been a great team over the years. Umpire in the middle and about to get us underway again. Just wait for him to start the time, and we are underway. Troy Thompson with you on commentary.
So Shearer winning that first tap out again. I don't think she's lost one for the game yet. Straight to a pack that forms, and the umpire will ball it up again. Jillaroos just really need to find a way to clean up on that, but at the moment Portland's setting up very well to make sure that they win the ball after Shearer wins those taps. So up to half forward for Portland, just scrubbing along the ground. Partington there looking to get it up, picks it up, gets the handball out wide on the flank. Jillaroos holding them up momentarily here, scrubbed kick forward. Still 40 metres out from Portland's goal. Now kicked back inside by Serpico. Up there to Dimitrescu. She can't get it. Jillaroos come out with it. Quick handball inboard. Kick up to dangerous centre half back position or centre half forward as Shearer fights for the ball. Tap out by the Jillaroos. They've really got no one to go to there. Pack forms again. The umpire says I'll ball it up.
Petrie looking over the ruck then, looking over the pack, should I say. As the umpire will throw it up, Kruger to do the ruck work versus Shearer. Kruger just using her pure body size to advantage to block Shearer's run there. Ball hit the ground. Try and fire out a little hand pass from Saki, but it was smothered. And the umpire comes in and calls for another ball up. Trying to get into the pack there was Hoover. The umpire says, I'll have the ball, and we'll clear the way again. Kruger versus Shearer. Shearer this time gets the longer leap and with the long arms gets the tap. Ball at the ground. The umpire's pulled out a free kick out of this pack and says it is going the way of the Sockeyes. So they have the football at the half-back, the half-forward flank, attacking towards the southern end of the ground, right of your screen. Gets on the right boot, going long. Parrington flying through the air, dropped it, got it back again. Gave up the hand pass to Petrie, who now worked it wide. Wanted McSky to either run onto it or Williams. Williams chasing after the football. She's being blocked. The cavalry arrives, including McGuinness from Chicago. She has to spin around, gets a hurry kick, gains about 10 metres, only for it to be intercepted. Saki gets the hand pass away. Flying shot on goal by McSky. It's away to the left-hand side. Twitweller going after the football. She couldn't pick it up. Pack forms. It's 10 metres out from goal. The umpire says, I'm going to have to take the footy back and call for a ball up. 5-2-32 Portland. Columbus 1-1-7. Ball up in the air. Shearer wins the ruck, but straight to Parrington, who snaps truly.
Again, Shearer winning the ruck, but Sockeyes just being aware of that every time and setting up, and Parrington just capitalising on that.
So here at Surf Cup Sports Park in San Diego, 6-2-38 the Portland Sockeyes, 1-1-7 the Columbus North Star team. The joint combination of the Jillaroos and the Blue Ox wearing the Blue Ox umpers today, the Blue Ox jumpers, and of course having Amy McGuinness join them from Chicago. Umpire with the ball back in the middle of the ground. Shearer to go up against Kruger one more time. Shearer wins the tap down, manages to get the ball forward. Saki overruns the football, now manages to get a hand pass away, moved it sideways. Good tackle laid on. I thought it was dropping the football, and the umpire agreed and said that will be a free kick. And there might be Phillips out there who's got the football, just looking further afield. What can she do? She gets on the left and goes up the line, just past centre wing. Going through and a bit hesitant there, but Sharon Shepherd gets the kick, moves it forward, dribbles inside 50. The Victoria and Von Gareth nearly collided there. The players that are actually from North Star, but taken away here for the Sockeyes, long towards the forward line. There's Kruger that's back there in the goal square. It's been kicked away though. Here's an opportunity to try and clear. Got the kick away before being absolutely crunched. Only to go as far as McSky. McSky has it 45 metres out. Thought about the hand pass. Here comes Shearer.
Came out of nowhere.
They call her Sonic, and just like the hedgehog, speeded in to dispossess the Sockeyes player.
Plays on now. Kicks the ball up to the wing. Numbers all there for the Sockeyes. They'll send the ball back towards the 50. Shearer contesting there, but the mark's taken by Petrie. Probably too far out to score. Centres it up. Finds a teammate there marking in Arundale. At centre half forward. Kicks a nice straight drop punt and finds the chest of Heather Serpico. So she should go back and kick this goal. She's given herself plenty of room. Straight in front. Kicking for probably about 30 metres out. Kick drifts to the right for a behind. So it should take them on to the Portland Sockeyes on to 6-3. 39, plays 1 goal, 1-7.
Big weekend for Heather Serpico, trying to guide this team to back-to-back as the Portland Sockeyes, but it could be 3 in a row because they teamed up with Calgary in 2015. And of course, she was voted in as member-at-large onto the USAFL board on Friday, so congratulations to Heather. As the umpire, not officiating, is blowing the whistle and called out for a free kick to the Sockeyes. And let's see who he gives that there to in just a moment.
That'll be Williams.
And her kick has been intercepted by Shearer, who got it over quickly to McGuinness. Back to Shearer. Shearer on the right, towards the wing position. Over the head there of Phillips, who went after the football. Bending over to try and pick it up then. The number 8 there in Conley got absolutely crunched. Now moved it long. In towards 50. Awkward bouncing football there. Von Gyat just got bumped off the football by Kruger. Bigger body to advantage. Arundale umpire has blown the whistle, and let's see what she signals. Free kick going the way of the Blue Star. North Star, keep calling Blue Star, but the North Star Blue Ox. It's an unusual name to call. As they go to Shearer. Shearer now goes for a run. Sonic decides to take on the player. Speeds away. Gets on the right boot. Kicks it long towards centre half forward. Awkward bouncing football. Shearer went to try and chase it up. Wasn't successful. In goes McGuinness. Tries to strip the play of the football. Becker is there. Taken away though by Shearer. He moved it forward. Didn't go too far. Keely Shepherd wants to go in there. Now gets the football. Takes a bounce. Keely Shepherd going for a run. Shepherd at half forward flank, heading in the Parrington direction. Parrington turned around, misjudged what the football was going to be. Overran it. Chose to go back again. Parrington, hand pass to the player in the goal square. Has a crack at goal and it's through. I think it's Mahoney that's put it through for the Sockeyes. And they now move their score out on the Coopers scoreboard to 7-3-45 to 1-1-7.
No, just a behind.
She's missed.
Yeah,
she missed.
It was actually Dimitrescu, yeah.
Good grief, she missed.
I'm not sure how she missed from there, but she did.
Wowzers, 6-4-40 to 1-1-7. My apologies, 12 minutes remaining in the half.
Okay, so Sockeyes pushing again, trying to make up for that. Kick in board by Blecker. This time it's straight through the middle. So just a momentary lapse there. But we're back online with the score. So that goal that we thought had happened has now happened.
The old 7-point play in the end works out for the commentators. I've done that 1 or 2 times in the career, even at professional level, where you call it early thinking, oh, surely they haven't missed from there. And then you realised they missed. Hello, Matthew Richards from Richmond, if you're listening. I think there was a day at Princess Park where he was directly in front with a goal and he hit the post. I don't know still to this day how that happened. As the umpire has the football. In the middle of the ground, throws it up in the air. Punch forward, courtesy of Shearer, who gets it back again. Fires a long hand pass over the top. Bronwyn Smith got rid of it before she was claimed. Went towards centre half forward. Bounced away there from Phillips. Sockeyes defence under pressure now. Reniarski going afterwards. Now Smith, and Smith puts on the Jets, but she's caught. G-O-N-E, gone. Like a thief at a 7-Eleven.
Great tackle.
Security just went thump, you're gone.
So, kicking up to half back now, the Sockeyes looking to get another one on the board, pushing that record of goals. It was 8, Peter?
8-11 was their highest score, and they're trying to beat that.
Okay, off half back now, kicking out towards the wing. Be trying to keep it in here. They've got the numbers, the Sockeyes. Good handball off. Kick up to Parrington at half forward. She'll look for a handball option. Finds Blecker. Scrubs a kick but ends up back with Parrington. Just chips inside the 50 now. Can't find teammates' hands though. Getting on the end of that quick handball out was Walker, but her kick went wide for a behind. Maybe they'll do it 1 point at a time. So 7-6, 7-5, 47. The Sockeyes lead the Jillaroos 1-1.
As we wait for the kick to come back into play. Looks further afield for options. Gets on the right. Goes in the Shearer direction, taken away from her hands. Simone Shepherd, I think the first time I've really sighted her in this game. Gets on the ground now, gives away the hand pass. Now looks for Serpico, who runs on, fires a shot at goal. It looks pretty good. It is. It's another one for the Portland Sockeyes Philadelphia Hawks combination. And they tick the score along now, Troy, to 8-5-53 to 1-1-7. One more goal, they tie their highest score. And there is still 8.5 minutes remaining in this match.
No hesitation there from Serpico. She was almost off before it landed in her lap. No mistake with the kick.
It's true of the smaller forwards, isn't it? As soon as they see the goals in their sights, the big eyes light up and bang, away they go.
So it'll be Klugel in the ruck against Shearer again. Shearer once again wins down, this time to a teammate, and they get a kick forward. Up to half forward there. Hills is in the fight for the Jillaroos. Sockeyes with the numbers at the back though. Kick out towards the boundary. Jillaroos with the numbers there, so the Sockeyes just happy to push it over the line for a throw in. The half forward line for the Jillaroos. Can they build something here for their second goal? Again, Shearer a big punch forward. Went down to Petrie of the Sockeyes. Just fighting hard to hold in their forward line here, the Jillaroos.
As the ball is right in front of the Sockeyes bench, the Surf Cup Sports Club shades up there. As the ball is brought down to ground one more time. See if they can try and get a clearance out of this. They can't. Ball goes over the boundary line and out of bounds. By 46 points. Sockeyes just the clear dominant team of Division 2 this year. Only probably about 5 players away really from having a Division 1 team and going up and taking the next challenge. And I think they're keen to, and just quality, I think there's a few Division 1 teams that are keen to take them on just to see where they're at. Umpire blows the whistle and calls for another ball up at the half-forward flank for the Columbus Jillaroos, North Star Blue Ox, Chicago Swans combination. Shearer punched it forward. Mahoney tries to get onto it, but she went to ground. McSky circling the pack. Shearer watching on. And we'll call for another ball up. So 52 metres out from goal. Still pressing forward. Columbus looking to add another goal to the scoreboard, to add a bit more respect to it.
Someone needs to get on the end of this tap.
Shearer won it down. McSky bumped off the football. Hurried hand pass coming in board. Oh, bowled over a handful of players there. Umpires called out in danger, and it is going the way of number 50, Megan Hills. Megan Hills for the Star Blue Ox. Columbus Jillaroo player normally. Gets on the right boot. Through several sets of hands at the top of the square. Now goes out towards the pocket. Back pocket players under pressure from the Sockeyes. They really have been this tournament. Ball on the ground. Whoop, nearly taken over the shoulder, and the umpire pulls out a free kick. And this is the one thing about the Nationals as well, I guess challenging from a coach's point of view, particularly when you're a dominant side. As much as you want your backline to keep your structure, if it's all down one end of the ground, you've got to find a way to rotate your backline players through the game to at least feel like they've been part of the tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. So out on the wing now. Portland just pushing it back after a bit of a period of dominance for the Jillaroos. Free kick paid there from the tackle to Bowlesley. Finds Shearer at half forward. Hills in her own in the pocket. What goes over her head though. Comes out there to Conley. Kick down to the forward line in the pocket. Trickles over the line out of bounds. Was looking for Mahoney down there. Sure, the umpire's taking the ball back inside for a ball up. I'm not sure what's happened there.
So I think the boundary umpire couldn't spot, so he said, oh, I better just take it back and throw it up.
So Shearer, 15 metres out from their goal, gets the tap down to teammate. Running in there was Conley. She couldn't get it, she's tackled. Scrubbed kick off the ground. Just goes off to the right. For a behind to the Jillaroos. It takes them on to 1-2-8. Trailing the Sockeyes, 8-5.
So there's the quick wave of the flag. And that just adds a little more to their score with under 4 minutes remaining in this contest. A long kick towards centre half back. Sky went charging for the football. Bowlesley's waiting for it to get in there, but the ball popped out over her head. She went in to lay a beautiful tackle though, but the kick managed to get free. Parrington overran the football. Had to go back again. Working in hard, the Jillaroos player. It was La Victoria that was trying to mark Parrington there. And the umpire's blown the whistle and signalled a free kick to Parrington for being held. So Lucy Parrington, nice hockey player back home. Now living in Portland. And kicks it long, and good mark taken by Heather Serpico, and she elects to play on, goes with a hand pass, finds Blecker from about 35 out, she sprays the shot, it is away to the right hand side, and will register as a minor score. 8-6-54, trailing 1-8 here at the Surf Cup Sports Park in San Diego.
Yeah, probably had time to settle there and not blaze away as she did. So it'll be the Jillaroos to bring it in again.
Troy, if they kick a goal in 2.5 minutes, they'll break that record score that they set in game 1.
What are you backing?
I think they'll get there.
I know, the Jillaroos have actually picked up quite a bit in this half, so the structure's just been a little bit better around the ground, stopping those chains of handballs. Parrington, handball was just a no one that time. At half forward for Portland. Quick kick out of the pack for the Jillaroos. Into the middle of the ground. Smoother there for Jillaroos. All the numbers there at 10.5 forward for Portland. Umpire says, nobody's getting that out, I'll have it and ball it up. Shearer wins the tap forward. Again, team can't capitalise on that though. Came down to Dempsey and she was tackled and paid a free kick against her for incorrect disposal.
And goes back with the right boot kick. Over the head there of the player that tried to leap for it in McGuinness. Again, a kick with Willer for the Sockeyes towards our forward flank. Blecker came at it, did some of the shepherding work. Nice little hand pass there by Dempsey to Parrington, around on the right boot, half forward flank with the kick, sky high, and mark taken there by it's by Williams. Williams with the footy, long way out from home, gets in the right boot, pops up towards the pocket. Parrington came charging out for a drop, they got it back again. Parrington in the pocket, has a squaring kick, and a mark is taken directly in front. This one to try and break their record. Lauren Kelly, in theory, shouldn't have a problem, but we've seen one miss from directly in front before.
More than one.
Comes in and does it! The Sockeyes now move to 9-6-60, leading the Columbus North Star combination 1-8.
Yeah, the Jillaroos had done a reasonable job in checking Parrington and stopping her run, but she was just able to get free there, get the ball across.
Not long to go before the final whistle here. And in fact, I think they might have signalled it. Thought it might
still going.
No. Our time clock is just about to expire, and let's have a look. That's it. That is full time here at Surf Cup Sports Park in San Diego. The final score 9-6-60 for Portland and Philadelphia against Columbus, North Star, and Chicago 1-8. Troy, just before we go, some of the players that impressed you.
So for the Jillaroos, I mean, definitely Shearer in the ruck. Just gives them everything around the ground. Pity they couldn't do a bit better out of that and take advantage of that. I also like the work there of Smoother for them and Shipley Snyder at times, Smith, Conley. But the Sockeyes just have a number of very impressive players. So Heather Serpico up forward, Petrie. Parrington was just everywhere for them, all around the ground, giving them everything. Blecker, Klugel, giving them good options up forward and in the ruck as well.
Well, Troy, thank you very much for your time. Troy Thompson from worldfootynews.com, Mark Gonzalez on camera. I'm Peter Holden from girlsplayfooty.com. We look forward to your company next time at the USAFL Nationals. Until then, it's bye for now.